Hey everyone, I've been doing this so many different times. I'm doing the duckling voice meme thing too, and so I figured I'd try it out. Except for I was having a bit of trouble. I'm trying to pull it up. The questions on my phone. See how this works. All right. So question one: Where are you from? I am from Abilene, Kansas. Um, Dab center of America. 3 states up, 3 states down, 4 states left, 4 states right. It's the center. We are the center of the universe. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not that patriotic. How old are you? I am 20 years old. Um, how old am I in Ducky years? I'm like 3. Or 2.5, I think. Pronounce the following words: aunt, roof, route, theater, iron, salmon, salmon, salmon. Okay, that's not fair because there's like a city nearby called Solomon, and it's so hard to differentiate those two. Caramel or caramel, depending on my mood. Fire, water. New Orleans, pecan or pecan, again, depending on my mood. Both, again. Probably, Alabama. Lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise. Okay, sorry, I should take it seriously. Mayonnaise. Pajamas, caught, naturally. Aluminum, gift. Tumbler, crackerjack, doorknob. Envelope. GPOY? I don't know else, but I'll be honest. I probably sound really stupid saying that, but yeah. Um, do you write fan fiction? I do write fan fiction. I write a lot of fan fiction. I write fan fiction even when I'm not supposed to be. I'm currently even working on fan fiction. 3, 4, multiple. I lost count. So yes, I write fan fiction all the time. And I write a lot for the Ducky group, so I mean, that one's like obvious. But I guess that question's forever. Do you draw? Yes. Fan art? Yes. All the time. Again. Stuff I'm working on. Stuff that I have done. Stuff that's in our Ducky files that have my name on it to be. So yeah. What is your favorite color? Now that's just evil to make me choose. Blue and red seem to always have an ongoing battle in my head, but black always seems to find itself in everything that I own. We even just bought me a couple of black curtains to help shut out the light so I can sleep better. Seems as I am graveyard shift, so I'm gonna still go with black, you know, just because it seems to be my go-to color for everything. But I like blue and red. I usually just say purple. What color are your eyes? Some would say green, some would say blue. My mother says they're hazel. Mona says they can only be one color. Some people say that they can be both colors. But if you want literal, actual, definite facts, my eyes are going from the pupil outward. You would have a dark green or like an olive green, and then there's a thin line of yellow, and then there's a thicker line of like baby blue, and then around that is a solid line of teal. And so, I mean, there's green, there's yellow, there's blue, there's teal. Sometimes, if my pupils are really small, you can see a bit of silver right underneath the green, but it's very, very small. So, I mean, I just got weird eyes. When is your birthday? My birthday is uh, my birthday is March 21st. I was born 1995. So I'm in Aries, to answer that question. That has not been asked. What is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? It's called TP. You TP a house. It's the same thing if you TP a tree. If you throw TP on anything, it's TPing. ING. TP, ING. TP. What is a bubbly carbonated drink called? Like a soda pop? I don't get why we have to choose. Its full name is soda pop. Some people shorten it to soda. Some people shorten it to pop. Again, depends on my mood. Or hell, you could just be talking about sparkling water. What is the bug when you touch it curls into a ball? The pill bug. The roly-poly. Again, depends on my mood. Again, it's Kansas. We're in the middle of everyone. We are mixed with everything. Do you like anime? Yes. What is your favorite anime if you do? Darker than black. Okay, now thinking about my favorite color, that might seem stupid, but no, it's a really cool anime. You guys should check it out. Darker than black. What are your other usernames? I have a few I cycle through. Typically, I use K42, KAE42, or like my fanfiction and archives of our own is optimistic emotion. The same with my Tumblr. So I'm either K42, optimistic emotion, and if I both have been taken and it pisses me off to no end, I go with annoyed rather easily. So there's that. Be a wizard or a vampire? Depends on the type of wizard. It depends on the type of vampire. Can I just be a hunter? I'd happily be a hunter. I'd be like Sam and Dean. Then again, I guess it does depend on the wizard or the vampire. Would you rather have $1 million or 1 million friends? Well, if I have 1 million friends, why would I ever need money? I'll just bum off of them. Like every time they go, oh, you're taking too much, just bum off a different friend. And you have friends. So, you have people who hang out while you're bumming money off of them. Who needs money anyway? But then again, if you have $1 million, you can be like Batman. No, I'll just take 1 million friends. I'm probably friends with the bad guys anyway, and I'll just ask for a favor. Hey, can you stop doing that? Ah, thanks, man. Eat a taco or a I want to say enchilada? Quesadilla? What were you going for here, Jamie? Taco. I can pronounce it. Be a shark or an elephant? Shark. After teeth. That, and, can you imagine how fun it'd be able to swim upside down and not realize it? And all the fishy sumo fear. Just be a badass shark. Do you have any pets? Yes. What are their names? Well, the pet we have here is Sugar. She is a pointer. Then at my dad's house, we have Isaac. He's a dog. He's a Shar-Pei Labrador mix. My dad also has a turtle named Oopie. Like that little turtle name. I-I-Oopie-Oopie. Alright. How long have you been a Sladin fan? Oh, about a year longer than I've been a Ducky. To be honest, that was actually an interesting story. Was so about 3 years. I was living with my brother upstairs, and he lived downstairs, and we were splitting the rent. And he had a family, and they were going through all the good cartoons like Danny Phantom and Kim Possible and Life of Doug, and after rewatching the series Danny Phantom, because they had skipped a few episodes I didn't get a chance to see, I had felt in the mood for watching Teen Titans. And so I restarted the series, and having a more adult brain about things, all I could think of is, as I'm watching each episode that Slade was introduced was, he's so got the thing for the kid. He's fucking pedo. Let me look this up. Interesting enough, that also opened the floodgates to my already adapting Batman fandom, letting me straight into a DC fandom, let me realize that Batman's a crap, and the Robins are awesome, and the Robins lead way to these other awesome superheroes, and I've just been in a downward spiral ever since. And to think it's only been 3 years, so weird. What is your favorite universe of Mama? Okay, um, it used to be when I first started was Black Sheep Wanted, the Black Sheep universe, mainly because that's my first ever Mona Wanja story. I didn't even realize that she had written all these awesome stories. I just was going through Sladin fan fictions, and I saw Black Sheep Wanted, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a read. Um, so I read it, and I'm like, this is awesome. But I did something that I never do. I didn't bother reviewing. I didn't look through her stuff. I was in such a high looking at all these different stories of this new fandom I didn't realize I wanted to be a part of until just then. I had been going through so many other stories. Well, I came across Peace Contract, and I was curious, which was dangerous, and I read it, and it just left me feeling so dead inside in a beautiful way. It was a good dead inside kind of feeling. Uh, Dark story lovers know what I'm talking about. Either way, all I can think of is I would read her author's notes in the front at the top every now and then, and I'd realize that she had other stories. So I went back and I read it. I realized she wrote Black Sheep Wanted. And not only did she write Black Sheep Wanted, she had Black Sheep Wanted 2 and Black Sheep Wanted 3. And that she was going through Black Sheep, and she had also had a Black Sheep Wanted 4. And I'm like, oh my god, I need to read these. And then I just started reading through them. And then I kept reading the author's notes, and she kept saying something about the Delightful Travels. And so I went to go start at the Delightful Travels. I got to the second one, and she said that it was a continuation of something else, another series I had not read yet. And I'm like, crap, I can't even start on the Delightful Travels until I read all the other stories. So I went back, and and I started reading Touch, which, if you look, is kind of the first one. So I started all over. I went from Touch to Terms of Endearment, and I read For Better or Worse, and I started on the 2060. I couldn't do it. Same with uh, by Royal Command. Sorry, I drew a blank on that one. I just I realized that just like any other writer, there were some stories of hers they're good, they're well written, well thought out. They weren't my cup of tea. But but the more I've read through everything, I guess I gotta say my favorite universe of hers is truthfully Terms of Endearment. I love how the world has expanded so far out of control that it's practically its own original series. If just change a few things. But yeah, there's just so many ways that could open to different questions. It's just really awesome, and I kind of hope to someday have a story that gets that out of hand, because that's how you have the commitment to something like that, to write it out. I mean, it just I just love it. All right. What is your least favorite universe of Mama's, and why? Oh man. Okay. Obviously, I touched on this. Was with 2060 and by Robo Command. But while I understand those exist, I, to read, my least favorite would probably be by Royal Command. I couldn't. I get why she wrote him that way, but I just couldn't stand how whiny and jackass ish Robin was. So I didn't bother reading it. I understand why she did it. But my least favorite to live in, I would so totally hate living in 2060. That just sounds like a horrible world. I not even as an OC with a great life nor that, but it did inspire me to write something else that I am working on a fan fiction. Um, However, I gotta say, these contract does kind of give me chills still, so I don't know. I guess my least favorite for this question's intent would be by Royal Command. Not that it's not well written or anything. Choose a book and read a passage from it. A book from like my shelf. All my good books are in another room, so let me just grab. Okay. I have grabbed The Chronicles of Nick, Invincible, and I think it's the second one. The first one I had left my brother's wife. She never returned it. The series is kind of good. I had high hopes for it, but by the last one, I gave up. She just started going in a weird direction. Uh, so I mean, I used to give this series a glory and praise, but now I just don't even want to spend the money to finish the series. So, says choose a book and read a passage from it. You know what? I'll just read the passage on the back cover and cheat. So, Death clapped the tall one on the shoulder. Nick, meet my two companions, Pain and Suffering. Pain was the big one, and Suffering was the smaller of the two. You'll have to ignore Suffering, since he's mute. Mute? You know, you should always suffer in silence. Nick would laugh, but is afraid Pain might hit him for it, and since he was Pain, best leave him be. Nice meeting you two. He looked around nervously. Oh wait, I hear my mom calling. I better go see what she wants. He turned to leave, only to find that his legs were locked again. Death sauntered over to stand in front of him. Don't play coy, Codgen. We don't like that. Yeah, he didn't like being stuck in the kitchen with ghouls either. Sometimes you just didn't get what you wanted. Okay, so that was a passage from Invincible of the Chronicles of Nick by Sherilyn Kenyon. Alright. Do you have an accent? I like to think I have a kind of a Western accent. It's not quite Southern, but it's a bit Western. Now, if I get talking fast and furious, I know I've got an accent because I'll just start shortening my words, slurring my sounds, and just get all sorts of excited and all that. But when I slow down, I can pronunciate better, and I think through my words better. So I'm not just shortening words to say, as much as I can in 1 second. I also know that I have been told that I have a bad habit of not pronouncing my G's at the end of the words, like ducklings, in, sing, sang, sung, hung, sing, ring. I've been told I cannot pronounce that NG. I was told that it's pronounced sing, sang, song, hang, hung, thing, but I can't do that all the time. It feels so unnatural. I feel so stupid when I say it like that. Do you know anyone from the Duckling group in real life? No, unfortunately, I do not. I would love to meet someone from the Ducky group in real life, but it's probably never, ever, ever gonna happen. I am too broke to travel. I won't even ever be able to meet any of the ducklings here in America. Unless we ever have any ducklings in Kansas. If we got any Kansas ducklings other than myself, then please shoot me a message. Maybe we can meet up sometime. We'll go to Topeka together or something. Maybe Wichita, meet up, hang out, spend some fun money that I never have. it cold outside right now? Oh shit, no. It is so hot. It is above 100 degrees Fahrenheit. I forget sometimes other countries go with Celsius, but yeah, it is really fucking hot out there. I've got 2 fans on and the AC. Windows are shut up and blocked out. No actual sunlight. Where did you find Winja? Actually, I think I already answered this question. But I'll go again. Fan fiction, just trolling for good pornin. Ooh, mama questions. You know what? It may say to mama, meaning it's Mona's question, but where do you get your inspirations from? Mona! Okay, there we go. Okay, I think, so Mona's question, stop here. What's the words rubber duck mean to you? The most funnest toy and Robin's greatest fear. Plus a really fucking hard cartoon to draw sometimes if you're trying to go in a hurry. What got you into Slash? I've always been into Slash. I just didn't know what it meant until I was a teenager. What got you into Mama Slash? I think I already mentioned that actually. Rewatching the Titan series, went trolling for some porn and just found the secret treasure of in the briny deeps of the treasures of terrible fiction. It was a beautiful chest filled with best stories you could ever hope for in toys of Sladin, Sladin eggs, and all the other good stuff. Would you still be a duckling? Would you still be the duckling? Oh, do you think we would still be the ducklings without Facebook or DA? Without those? I mean, there'd be less of a community. And I wish we could probably find another way of going about it. We tried doing a Skype thing, didn't work. I think it would be hard, but knowing us, we are grown so tight as a community. If we lost Facebook and DeviantArt, I think we'd be alright. I think we'd still be the ducklings. There'd be less growth, there'd be less community about it. We'd have less communication, but there'd still be some. We'd still have our specific friends who still face email and all that, and we'd still talk to Mona, who in turn is usually the glue of it all anyway, and we'd understand what everyone's saying with DeviantArt and fanfiction. Or, wait, without DeviantArt, so, yeah, just fanfiction. But without Facebook or DeviantArt at all, the concept would still be there, but I think it'd be a lot less. Like, there'd, again, less community. But it was, the concept would be there. There'd still be the ducklings, but there'd be less likely way to be certain to say, oh, I am a duckling. But yeah. What would you do if Slade came into your house with a box full of kittens? Well, obviously it's not Slade. It's an imposter Slade. Either that, or it's Slade from kitten litter, kitty litter, or yeah, it's either Slade from kitty litter or that's just not Slade. It would have to be Slade coercing through kittens because there's really no reason for that. So, if that happened, I would have to call the real Slade. I'd have to let him know that an imposter had entered my home with kittens. If it was Slade, I'd have to ask him what the hell Robin is putting him up to. Because there's no way he'd do that on his own. That'd just be so confusing. What would you do if one of those kittens was Robin dressed like a kitten? I'd ask them if they'd like a room. And said room would probably have a camera hidden around in the corner, but, with no preparation time. How do you think your life would be if Red X was in it? Oh, so much more fun. Unless he's like all my other friends. I have a lot of friends that are kind of like Red X, like both Mona's versions and the Teen Titans versions, and a few other versions. Uh, I have a lot of not so morally minded friends. But if you were like more active in my life than they were, it would definitely be a lot more fun. I like to think my needle doesn't exactly point true north. Um, Not because I like the thought of being a bad girl or anything. It's just I don't know. There's so much that comes with the responsibility of having a needle that points true north. So I mean, knowing that, I would probably give up the morals for a minute to have some fun. It's kind of freeing in a way. The title stays. Wait, what? Okay. Okay, Jerry. Ducky voice Ducky meme thing too. I guess I'm over. So yeah, you guys, I'm Joker Ducky. I wish I could edit that out. Yeah, no editing for me. So yeah, I'll get back to you guys later. I hope you enjoyed my little video there. See you around. Peace.